Alright, we are on 60 experience. Our first homework will be page 19 to 20, and you will be required to do question 1 to question 3. So I'm going to use one of the question as a lesson for the first practice of your 60 experience, and I'm going to be using the question on question 2, Hosea. Alright, so turn to that page on Hosea, and we're going to start on that lesson. Alright, now, this is a good question to do using models, and we're going to see how. Hosea spent 4/5 of his money. Alright, now just looking at this sentence here, you would know that there are a total of 5 units for Hosea. So Hosea is going to have these 5 big units. Now I draw it really big. You would want to draw it big as well, because you will know why later on. Spread it out, big. And you spend 4/5. Out of these 5 units, you spend 4 units of it. So again, I use different colors to show that, hey, the red one are spent. And not only he spent 4/5, he spent an additional $40 on some guidebooks. So it is a 4 units. On top of this 4 units, there's an additional 40. But as to whether this 40 belongs to a full unit or not, we do not know. So we just draw an imaginary size box, 40. So all these are actually, let me just put an arrow on top, and all this in red are actually for the guidebook. So I just label and say that this is for guidebook. Now there's a remaining, isn't it? So the remaining over here, you notice, is yellow in color. So out of this remaining money, which is in yellow, he spent 1/6 of it. Now looking at the yellow box, there's only less than one unit. How can you make it into 6 boxes? So what I could do is I can cut this yellow into 6 smaller boxes. Alright, so I'm going to put it as 6 smaller boxes. And out of these 6 smaller boxes, these are all the remaining money. He spent 1/6 of it. So you notice I denote it with 1 and third different color, 1, 1/6. And an additional $15. Again, this $15, we are not too sure whether there's 1 unit or less than 1 unit or bigger than 1 unit. So I'm just going to draw an imaginary 15. You notice the blinking? This is 15. Okay, he spent 1/6 of it plus an additional $15. Now, given that he was left with $45, so whatever that is left, all these are in green, which is 45. Alright, now that the models are out, by the way, all these in blue are the CDs, right? So I'm just going to write CD over here. Okay, so you are being told that he has an additional $15 being spent on a CD, and he was left with $45. So the models is complete. Alright, this 45 means what is left. So I also label that. How much money did he have at first? Meaning to say the entire 5 big units. What money was that? Okay, now looking at the model, just let's start looking. There's a 15 and there's a 45 here. Now this 15 refers to the blue one plus the green one. Okay, all this actually forms a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small units. So what I can do is I can start my first step. 5 small units, okay, is actually equals to 15 plus 45. Alright, because it is made up of a partial blue and the other 4 plus green units. So it is 15 plus 45, and this makes up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small units. Okay, which gives you a total of 60. Alright, now always we want to find one small. So we looked at one small unit, which would be 60 divided by 5, which gives us 12. Now 12 stands for one small unit. How many small units are there actually? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were a total of 6 small units, isn't it? So 6 small units. Okay, it's some issue with the computer. 6 small units is 12 times 6, which is going to give me 72. Alright, now this 72 refers to the 6 small units, which is also the yellow box here. Okay, now can you see that if you add the 72 and 40, you actually get the total for one big unit? So we have another column here. We moved on. So you notice that in fact one big unit, now I'm working on the bigger unit, is actually the same as 72 plus the additional 40 over here that's taking up the space, which gives me 112. Now it becomes a lot easier, right? How much money did he have at first? You know that there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 big units. So by solving how much is the 5 big units, you have been able to solve the entire question already, which is 112 times 5. Alright, this would give you your answer. Okay, so now work towards the final answer for question 1 and question 3 as well. And these are the key answers for page 19 to 20. There's no need to do the challenge question in this case. Alright, but of course, if you are an adventurous one and you would like to try that, the answer is actually 1700. I'll keep this optional for those who are adventurous and you would like to try the challenge, question 4. Okay, now, you may pause the video to complete the first half of the homework, but the video I'm going to move on to page 23 and 24. This is 60 experience, the second homework. We're trying to finish the book within this lesson. Okay, now a note to take note of: if you are someone who likes using model, you may want to refer to page 21 to see how the model method works. Okay, personally for this practice, I'm not going to use the model method because I find that in this question, it is easier to use a different way compared to the model method. Alright, but for those who are still keen on using model, refer back to page 21. So now I'm going to go to 23 now, page 23, and I'm going to use question 2 as an example, as a lesson for the second homework. Now you have got two people, Jaden and Sunny. Alright, that's Jaden. You have got Sunny as well. Both of them had 124 stickers altogether. Now Jaden gave away 5/8 of his stickers. Alright, and Sunny gave away 3/5 of his stickers. And end up they both had equal number of stickers. Okay, now when you say you are left with equal number of stickers, that means you would want to know what is the fraction left first. Right, because this fraction that is left is exactly the same amount for both of them. Alright, now starting with Jaden first. Now if Jaden gave away 5/8. Now, if you give away 5/8, how much are you left with? How much does Jaden have left with? Jaden will be left with 1 whole minus a 5/8, right? Because you gave away 5/8. That gives you 3/8. That is for Jaden. So this is for Jaden. You notice the English. You have 3/8 left. Now what about Sunny? So I have Sunny. I also want to find out how much is left, because eventually these two people, whatever amount they have left, is the same, is equal, according to the question. So Sunny gave away 3/5 of his sticker, which means that Sunny at first has one whole, and if he gives away 3/5, that leaves him with 2/5 that is left. Right? Okay, now we have the two fractions. Jaden is left with 3/8, Sunny is left with 2/5, and we know that these two fractions give the same number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the two fractions side by side. 3/8 versus 2/5. They ought to be the same number. Alright, now for them to be the same number, it looks very odd. Why? Because these 3 units should be the same as the 2 units here. But they are not. Right? When you say that they are supposed to have equal number of stickers, shouldn't be their units be the same as well? But it's not in this case. So what I'm going to use now is this method that some of you have remembered using before. It's called the common numerator. Now why do I get to use the term or use the method common numerator? Because at the end of the day, I know that both of them has equal number of stickers left, which means that they are supposed to have equal numerators. Alright, so what I can do is 3 and 2, they are not the same numerator. Eventually, I want to make them the same because they are supposed to have equal number of stickers. So I can expand them to make the same numerator of 6. Right, 6 is their common numerator. So 6 over 16. And for 2/5, I want to make them into the numerator of 6. I have to multiply it by 3. I get 6 over 15. Alright, so now it makes sense. 6 units for Jaden is equal to 6 units of Sunny. Now they have equal number, equal units of stickers left. Alright, now looking at this, you know now that, okay, I'm putting it in English. Jaden is actually having a total of 16 units. Whereas, if you looked at Sunny would have 15 total units. Okay, so they said in the beginning, Jaden and Sunny had 124 stickers altogether. Total units that both of them have, 16 plus 15 gives you 31 total units. Now, makes things easier. I know this total units of 31, which is a combination of both of their total units, is actually 1, 2, 4. Okay, so do you think you are able to work your way out to find out how many stickers did Jaden give away? Jaden gave away and is left with 6 units. You look at this fraction here. Jaden's left with 6 units, which means that Jaden has given away 10. Do you think you are able to find how much 10 units is? Alright, that will be the number of units that Jaden has given away. So eventually get to the answer where you have 10 units, and that will give you your answer. Alright, which I would like you to work for yourself. So this method is called a common numerator. You make both numerators the same because after all they have equal number. Okay, so with that, I will leave you with the answer key. Question 1 to question 3, they are all the same method using common numerator. Of course, go ahead with the model method if you would prefer that. Okay, the adventurous one, again, I leave you with question number 4 optional. That is the answer for question number 4. So I will see you back in class.